Hello, my yogi friends. This is Yoga with Living Pretty Green. My name is Rebecca, and today we're going to be grounded. We all need to ground a little more, I guess. So I decided to make up a little sequence for us so that we can grow our roots back onto the ground. That's why I'm wearing nature colors, feeling like back in nature, lying in the mud, lying on the grass, lying on the sand, lying on hot stones, which are heated up by the sun. So this is all what makes us feel grounded. And I also have a nice little essential oil for today, which is sandalwood. You could also use benzoin or patchouli or frankincense. And you just put a few drops in your hands. I have this cute little mini to-go oil. Rub it in your hands. Take some carrier oil as well to have a little bit of a massage effect and rub it nicely into your feet. Your feet are the ones which ground us down. So is our tailbone, our sit bone, and all this area right around here. So you may also put a little bit right there, just for the feel of it, and maybe sniff it as well. I have clean and washed feet, so no problem. Anyways, also there are some nice herbs you can use to get grounded, which is sage. Wonderful herb. You can make tea out of, you can make pasta with sage. Also, I love to just fry some sage in coconut oil and just put a little bit of salt on top and just eat the leaves like this. Really good. It's like perfect for when guests come around and just have a little snack. Hibiscus, and you can make a nice yummy hibiscus and sage tea, which grows in many people's gardens. So just get out there and grab some. Ashwagandha powder, you can get in powder form. It's like a root. Anyways, also root vegetables you can eat. They're very grounding. It's really nice. Potatoes, carrots, ginger, all these beautiful roots. Red beet, yum. Also goji berries are grounding. So eat and drink all of that. You can mix it up in like morning bowls. You can see in my Instagram account, I post many morning bowls right there to get some inspiration. Anyways, so let's get started. Sit nice and comfortable. Close your eyes. Breathe in. And breathe out through your mouth. Let everything go. Breathe in. All the way and breathe out through your mouth. One more time. Breathe in deep. And out through your mouth. Now just feel your sit bones rooting into your mat. You can also imagine that you're sitting in sand. You can like move a little to sit a little deeper in the ground even, or sitting in mud, or sitting on warm stones. Feel the warmth from your bottom moving up inside of you. Keep this warmth right in you and carry it with you through the day. Let's place our hands in prayer in front of our heart. Dip your chin slightly, still having your eyes closed. And I invite you to to think of a nice intention for this practice. Intentions should be or could be anything from I want to be grounded more, I want to concentrate more, or for just being happy and smiley, healthy, having a clear mind. Whatever comes up, just choose one beautiful or two beautiful intentions. Say them to yourself a few times. Now slowly open your eyes, get in the color of your mat or your leggings, your feet. You may still smell your incense, your essential oil in your hands. Breathe in deep and sniff this yummy, yummy smell. Feeling the warmth of the smell coming in through your nose and spreading all over inside of you. Now come back to the room and let's get started. So place your left hand on the mat. Breathe in, lift your right arm up overhead. Tilt over for a nice side body stretch. Get long. This should be really nice and long right here. Get long and really reach with your hand as far away as you can and keep your root grounded. Keep your right sit bone really grounded in the mat so you can help yourself with your left hand. Breathe in and out. In and out. Maybe you can go a little deeper, but still keeping your roots in the ground. And breathing out, coming back to the middle. Quickly feeling the difference of your right and your left side. I do feel a difference. I'm sure you do too. If not, that's okay. Then you're totally fine. Breathing in, lifting your left arm up and tilting over to your right side. Keeping also here your left sit bone rooted in the ground and maybe press your right hand into the mat to ground even more. Breathing in, get long. Reach for the sky. And breathing out, maybe trying to get a little more stretch in your side. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and slowly coming back to the middle. Now let's have a little spinal twist. Breathing in, lifting your left arm up, placing your left arm on your right thigh. Lifting your right arm up with your in-breath and placing it behind yourself. Growing tall, rooting down with your sit bones and breathing out, twisting to your right. Breathing in, growing tall. Breathing out, twisting more. One more breath here. Coming back to the middle. Lifting your right arm up with your in-breath, placing it on your left thigh. Breathing out, lifting your left arm, breathing in, getting tall. Breathing out, turning and twisting to your back, placing your left hand behind yourself. Lifting yourself up. At the same time, rooting down through your sit bones. Breathing in, growing tall like a flower. Feel like a flower, so beautiful. I do feel like a flower now. Breathing out, twisting more. Breathing in, and the roots are growing further down into the ground. And then your leaves are your legs. This is your stem, your torso, and your head is your flower. So you're growing tall towards the sun, but yet growing into the ground with your roots and turning and twisting more. Breathing in, coming back to the middle. Now rolling your shoulders nice and big while you sit super, super straight. Grounding, grounding, grounding. Still feeling the warmth of the ground where you're sitting on. Breathing in, bringing your shoulders up. Breathing out, bringing them down. One more round. And down. Now, let's come into all fours. Grounding your hands into the mat. Your fingers are really spread far apart. And really, really putting pressure into your hands. Now feeling that your hands are growing roots into the ground. And your arms are the stems. Now you flip your toes and you slowly and mindfully, very slowly, lifting up towards the sky into downward facing dog. Now your torso becomes the growing stem and is growing tall and straight towards the sky. While your hands are rooting down. And now you're growing some more roots on your feet. And they are rooting into the ground as well. You only, if you can't bring your heels on the mat, it doesn't matter. Your toes can be your roots. They're very beautiful roots. Press them into the mat. Microbend your elbows a touch. Keep your abs engaged. Lift your booty up into the air. Relax your head. Imagine your head is going to grow some roots as well. My hair probably looks like that. Breathing in and breathing out. Now slowly walk or jump, up to you, in between your hands. Fold forward. Still really feeling your feet, every single part of your feet, rooting into the ground. And your head is also really heavy because now it also again wants to have its roots growing into the ground as well. Breathe in and breathe out. Just let everything relax. Breathing in and breathing out. Now we're going for a half lift. Straighten your spine. Push with your hands into your shins or your thighs, wherever it feels right. You can also grab some blocks. On the highest level, grow really nice and straight. Your roots, your feet. Now I call the feet roots already. Growing your rooted feet more and more into the ground. And coming back down, set the blocks aside. Place one leg back, place the other leg back into plank pose. Hold it here, really strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1. 1. Now slowly, either on your knees or full chaturanga, come down either into cobra or dog. We're meeting again in downward facing dog. Rooting everything which is touching the ground into the ground. Now again, walk or jump in between your hands. Breathe in, bend your knees deeply. Lift your arms, root to rise. Bending, bending, bending into your knees. We're in chair pose. And we're going to come into a pose, which is called elephant pose. Coming a little further back so maybe you can see me grow. Bending your knees. Your elbows touch. Your hands touch. And you're placing your thumbs on your third eye area here. Your legs can be either hip width or a bit further apart. I prefer to have them further apart. This way you feel more like the elephant. Breathing here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up. Placing your hands down, rooting into Tadasana. Tadasana looks super easy, so don't just stand like this. Really root to rise. So root your feet down first, everywhere, especially the outside of your feet, your toes and your heels. And now come on up slowly with your legs really engaged. Not locking your knees though. Have them slightly bent, yet engaged. Your pelvis neutral, meaning not arching like this or super rounded like this. Find your neutral position. It's different for each of us. For me, it's more pushing them forward. For others, it might be pushing the hips a little back. Having your abdominals, your back engaged. Your ribs are hugging in. Your chest opens. Your shoulders come down. Your chin slightly moves down towards your chest to keep a long spine. Your arms are alongside your body, hands facing forward. This is Tadasana. Now feel like a strong mountain. Mountains are really grounded. They're really heavy in the earth. So are you. Now, with your next breath in, you're going to lift your right leg up. Grab your knee. And guess what? Woo! I shouldn't look over. Guess what? We're coming into tree pose. So I'm going to face this way. You're taking your knee. And now, depending on your balance and your flexibility, you can start right here. Absolutely fine. Still, you get all the benefits of this pose. Rooting down, especially through your left foot. Rising up, straight and strong. Or you can place your foot on the calves. Super good, super duper hardcore balance already. You always have to find one spot where you're looking at, and your mind also plays a big role in being able to balance. Or you place your foot into your inner thighs. So wherever you are, be engaged. Have your left standing leg rooted into the ground, strong, pushing into your right foot, and your right foot pushing into your inner thighs. Now taking your hands, placing them in front of your heart, pushing your chest into your thumbs. Maybe you can still smile. Really rooting up, breathing in. Imagine somebody's pulling you up high. You can even open your arms like a branch. And for super intermediates, you can even close your eyes. Breathing in one more time. And now, coming back to the normal spot. Whoops. Now place your right foot behind yourself, on the back of your mat. Oops, now I'm all wobbly. And turn your right foot so that it's parallel to the back of the mat, and we're coming into warrior 2. Grounding through your feet again. Relax your traps, straighten your arms. Look alongside your left hand. Grow down a little deeper. Look down and see if you can see your big toe. If not, move your knee towards your left. Breathing in, reverse warrior. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in, coming back to warrior 1. Breathing out, straightening your front foot, leg, of course, our root. Bumping your right butt a little to your right. Moving your left arm forward. Placing your left arm on your shin. Opening your chest towards the back wall. Straightening your right arm up into pyramid pose. Trikonasana. Breathing in and out. In and out. Coming back, bend your knee, your front knee. Straighten your arms into warrior 2. Cartwheel your arms down to frame your left foot and come back into downward facing dog. Come into plank, chaturanga if you want, otherwise meet us in downward facing dog. Rooting down again through your feet and your hands. Walk or hop in between your hands. If you hop, bend your knees generously. Look forward, exactly where you want to hop, and hop. Let your torso hang over your legs. Now bring your feet a little further apart than they are. Bend your knees generously. Breathe and lift your arms up, root to rise. Coming into elephant again. Bringing your hands into prayer. Have your elbows touch. And your thumbs are coming where your third eye area is. Press your thumbs into your third eye area. Bend your knees. Have the weight distributed all over your feet. Mainly in the heel for this position. Engage your abs. Breathe in. Come a little lower. Breathe out. Breathing in, slowly coming back up, bringing your arms down, bringing your feet a little closer towards one another again, grounding into mountain pose, feeling like a mountain. Sorry, I have to do this. I want to feel like a mountain. You can join me if you like. Again, rooting your feet into the ground, being strong in your legs. Like imagine you're pressing a block, which you also can use. It's absolutely amazing to use the block in mountain pose. Neutral pelvis, straight spine, open your chest, relax your shoulders down. Now bring your arms back down if you have them up like me. Breathing and lifting your right leg up. And bringing your leg either again on the mat into tree pose, like in a tripod like this, on your shin or on your inner thigh. Sorry, did we do the right one or the left one? Sorry, we're going to be, of course, use the left one. Super sorry. See, I need to be grounded even more. So breathing in, root down through your right leg, lifting your left leg up, grabbing your knee, and placing the foot where you had it before. Honestly, I don't really remember now if we used the right leg or left. That's why I do the rooting session, because I really need to be grounded also these days. So maybe you remember better than me. So use that leg, which you haven't used before, and press your rooted foot into the ground and the other foot into your shin or thigh. Rooting down through your feet, calming your mind. Find a non-moving point where you can look at. You can even try to close your eyes if you can. Relax your traps. Here again, we can open our arms like branches growing towards the sun, and where they can find space, can play around where it feels good. Breathing in and out. If you fall, don't worry, just come back in. It's absolutely normal. Now bring your foot back towards your chest, bringing your left foot back very slowly. Your foot parallel to the back of the mat into warrior two. Yes, we're right. We should be on our left leg. The left leg up in the air and the left leg back. Now I remember. So bend into your right leg really deeply. Look over your right hand. Root through your right foot and your left foot. Look down towards your knee if you can see your right big toe. It's really important to see your toe. Breathe out, come a little deeper. Breathe in, feel like a warrior, wanting to help the world. Rooting down. Your legs are heavy in the mat. One more nice big breath in. Reverse your warrior. Big in-breath here. And breathe out. With your next in-breath, come back into warrior two. Straighten your front knee. Bump your hip to the side. Come forward with your right hand. Place your hand onto your shin or block. Open your chest towards the sky. Breathing in. Breathing out. Rooting down through your feet. Super engaged legs. Don't just hang in there. Just really, really engage them and pull them towards one another. Breathing in and out. Breathing in, bending back into your right knee, coming back into warrior two. And now cartwheel your arms down between your foot. Come back into downward facing dog. Rooting your feet down. You can even move them a little bit if you want to. You know, when you're in the sand and you're kind of trying to find a steady stand, you kind of move your feet and your hands. You can do that. It feels really, really good, and it really makes the grounding effect even stronger. Bend your elbows a tiny touch. Breathing in and out. One more time, chaturanga, or skip it. You can meet us back in downward dog. Now lift your right leg up into the sky. Bring it through and place your knee on your mat into lizard pose. Move your left leg back. Try to see if you can touch the ground, otherwise bring the ground towards you with a blanket or a block. Depending on how far away you are, you can put it under your sit bone. Breathing in, growing tall, pushing yourself up. Breathing out, coming forward to surrender. And I want you to point your foot, by the way. Don't flex your foot for my lizard one. And you can again use your block if you can't come down all the way, and rest your head on the block, or bring the block this way so you bring the floor closer, and just surrender here. You can bend your right knee generously. Just like me, you don't need to put it parallel to the mat. I personally prefer this way, and I got taught this way as well because it's better for the knee. Breathing into your hips. Closing your eyes if you like. You can also move around a little bit and see where the stretch feels even better. If it feels better if you come up with your torso, that's totally fine. Just make sure your shoulders are coming down away from your ears. When you come up, for example, that's more like a psoas stretch in your left leg. And if you come down, it's more a hip stretch in your right. Since my psoas is tight and much more tight than my hips in general, I like to do my lizard this way, but it's totally up to you. It's totally up to you because it's so important that you listen to your body, what's best for you today. One more breath right here and coming up. If If you're down, come up. And we're coming back into downward facing dog, lifting your right leg one more time and placing it back onto the mat. Let's go for one more chaturanga. If you like, if you don't, just stay in down dog. And back into down dog if you've done the chaturanga. Grounding through your feet and your hands. Breathing in, lifting your left leg up high into the sky, keeping your shoulders parallel. Bringing your knee forward between your hands. Sitting down into lizard. So again, your foot is not parallel to the mat. It should really point down and your foot should be pointed as well. Bring the floor closer to you if you need. Look back to see if your right leg is straight. Breathing in, lifting up, stretching your psoas. One more breath here, and if you like, do the same way what you did before. Either come down. You can either completely surrender, or you can use the blocks if you can't get there, either for resting your forehead or for bringing the floor closer to you to rest your underarms on here, having your hands pressed in towards one another. Or you can use it as a psoas stretch and come up, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your lips. You can also move a little back and forth to find your personal spot and stay in your personal spot. Breathing in and out. You can also close your eyes if you like. If you're down, come on back up, stretch one more time into your psoas. Put the blocks aside. Come back into downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Come with your knees onto the mat. Sit on your heels, swing your legs out, come maybe facing the long side of your mat, straightening your right foot, pressing your left foot really strongly into your right thigh, sitting on again both of your sit bones, growing tall. Breathing in, lifting your left arm up overhead. Breathing out, bringing your underarm onto the mat this way or this way, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And if you can't get there, just use the block again. See? It's perfect. I love to bring the ground towards me, because we need to touch the ground. There is no point of hanging there today. Just something like this, we really want the ground because we want to be grounded. So breathing in, flexing your right foot, engaging your right thigh, rooting your sit bones really down into the ground, especially your left one now. Growing tall and long. Don't collapse. Growing long. As if somebody's pulling your left arm. Breathing in and out. In and out. This pose is called head to knee pose, so you can also grab your foot with your right and your left arm and open up like this. Wherever you are, breathing in one more time and out. With your next in-breath, come back up. Bring your right foot in. Close your eyes for just a second. Feeling how both sides feel. Now straightening your left foot. Bringing the right sole of your foot into your left thigh. Growing tall. Breathing and lifting your right arm up. Bending over your left straight leg, where your foot, by the way, is flexed. And again here, you bring your block if you need it, and you place your arm either pushing your knee, your elbow into your inner thigh as well, and having your hand towards your right knee, or you can also place your hand, your left hand, that it's facing the left foot. Rooting down with your sit bones, really, really, really heavy into the floor. Imagine you sitting on sand and you want to see 2 sit bones in the sand when you get up, not 1. So wherever that would be, maybe it's here. Just really make sure that both sit bones are touching the mat equally. Breathing in and like spreading your heart open up towards the sky. Imagine that somebody's pulling your right hand, but yet you keep your shoulder down, away from the ear. Also here you can do grabbing your left foot, bringing your right arm and your right hand also on your foot, spiraling your heart open towards the sky, keeping your sit bones down. Wherever you are, one more breath in and out. With your next in-breath, come back up. Bring your feet into a nice, comfortable seat. Close your eyes for a second again. Feel how you feel. Relax your traps. And now let's turn towards the short side of your mat and bring your feet on the mat. We're coming into Savasana via boat pose. So you're now always sitting on your sit bones. Now I want you to move just a little touch back. Now lifting your left foot, lifting your right foot. Either stay here with a straight spine and your shoulders down and back, or you can let your hands go, or you can even straighten your legs, keeping your neck and your shoulders relaxed. Rooting that what's touching the ground into the ground. One more breath. Bending your knees, placing your feet back onto the mat, and slowly rolling down vertebra by vertebra. And now I want you to lie on your back for our final resting pose. And really, now here as well, try to feel the ground with as many parts of your body as possible. Really find your nice, comfortable position here. Relaxing your toes and your feet, letting them become really heavy into the ground. Your calf muscles are touching the ground and they're coming also really heavy. Your thighs become heavy, touching the ground. Your sit bones and your butt are really, really heavy. Your back is relaxed and really heavy in the mat or in the imaginary sand. Your shoulders really relax. And they're also making an imprint in the sand. Your hands and your arms root down into the mat. And the back of your head is becoming really heavy too. While your neck and your throat relaxes. And even your eyes want to root towards the back of the head. Just lie here and imagine the warm ground underneath you, wherever that may be. For one, it's maybe on the sand. For the next one, it's lying on a hot stone. Maybe even in the mud. Feel really, really comfortable and really heavy and really, really rooted and grounded. Just watching your breath, how with each out breath you become even heavier in the ground. Stay here for a while and I will come to guide you back out. Enjoy. Now slowly start to move your hands and your feet. Breathe in deep. Stretch yourself over your head, your arms over your head. Roll to your favorite side and roll up into a ball, keeping your eyes closed, using your arm as a pillow. Staying here for 3 more breaths. Grounding the side into the mat. Feeling and smelling the earth beneath you. Slowly now push yourself up to come into a seated position, still closing your eyes. Bringing your hands into prayer in front of your heart. Observing your breath and feeling your heart beating. Rooting down with your sit bones and your legs, whatever is touching the ground. With a straight spine, you're growing out of the ground. And you're blooming with a nice smile. Maybe you think of your intention again. Now you can slowly open your eyes. See the color of your mat and the floor. And if you're ready, you can come back to the room. Hopefully with a nice, cozy smile. I thank you so much that I was able to guide you through this sequence, that you came to join me on the mat today. I thank you so much, and thank yourself as well. Namaste. If you liked this video, I would be really happy if you give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so now, because there will be lots of good videos coming up. And you can come visit me on my Instagram account, Living Pretty Green, also Facebook account, Living Pretty Green. I'm really happy to see you soon. If you like, you can also leave me a comment. Thank you so much from my heart to yours.